Laura Kuenssberg was replaced by Victoria Derbyshire this weekend for her Sunday BBC programme. Laura Kuenssberg risked the wrath of the BBC during a bombshell moment on her flagship Sunday politics show back in 2022. Laura welcomed comedian Joe Lycett onto the show alongside Labour MP Emily Thornberry, but things quickly devolved into chaos with Joe's deadpan answers to questions about Liz Truss's strategy as she vied to become Prime Minister. The short-lived PM, who eventually lasted from September 2022 until October 2022 in power, had Joe's back up when Laura asked, "What did you make of it now, having calmed down? She has to go from the campaign to the country. Tell us honestly what you thought." Clearly being sarcastic, Joe said, "Well, you said earlier that I'm not left or right. I know there's been criticism today in the Mail on Sunday about lefty liberal wokey comedians on the BBC. I'm actually very right-wing and I loved it. I thought she was very clear, she gave great, clear answers. I know exactly what she's up to. I think most people watching at home worried about their bills are going to." But Laura cut him off to say, "There's a serious point, Joe. Forgive me, there is a serious." She said there was a big package of help coming this week for people to help pay their bills. Debating the cost of living crisis and rising energy bills, Joe continued, "Yeah, she was very clear with what she said, and I think you know exactly what's going to happen. I think you're reassured. I'm reassured. Are you reassured?" he asked, turning to Thornberry. In another segment, Laura tried, "Politics can be very unpredictable. Let's look at two differing opinions in the papers this morning. You have Times columnist Matthew Syed, who's basically predicting it's going to be a nightmare and the leadership contest has been out of touch with the country, but Janet Daly in the Telegraph says Liz Truss is stronger than you think. If she gets cracking, gets out there, she might be able to." Joe cut Laura off this time to say, "Yeah, fair play to Janet. I think the haters will say you've had 12 years of the Tories and we're sort of at the dregs of what they've got available and that Liz Truss is sort of like the backwash of the available MPs. I wouldn't say that because I'm incredibly right-wing, but some people might say that." Trying to contain the situation, Kuenssberg went on, "But the consensus, though, in politics, is often wrong. It's often wrong and we often don't know what is going to pan out." Lycett responded, "Well, yeah. As Liz said there, she said it would be wrong to predict the future, even though loads of people have predicted we're going to have real issues with paying our energy bills. But I think she's right to basically say let's not predict and see what happens next week. I think she did the right thing there." Laura was forced to change the topic entirely, summing up, "Okay, well let's talk about something else." The controversial segment received 144 complaints at the time, coming under fire for booking the comedian and showing alleged bias against Truss. One social media commenter wrote next to a resurfaced clip this week, "The incredibly right Joe Lycett is still the only good guest to go on Laura Kuenssberg's show. He nearly got her fired, and she hates being reminded of it, so don't retweet." Another echoed, "He made a mockery of such shows. Too bad it didn't put an end to them." And somebody else echoed, "There's a reason they changed the entire show after this and it's because it clearly opened it up to uncensored criticism."